Did you change this, Mr. Fender?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the house is pretty hot tonight.
Don't count the money, Ben. Just pour the drinks. You're not giving any credit to Philo Blanche, are you?
No, he's good.
When he runs out of money, shut him off.
All right, Mr. Fender.
I hope you gentlemen will not deem it immodest of me if I boast of my sheer legerdemain in converting a set of cold, dry Blackstone into this warm, golden liquid. In any case, the pawnbroker was modest enough.
I'm getting sick and tired of this waiting. When do we move?
Combination's right. The money's rolling in. Blanche is tying one on. Tonight's the night. Cash on the barrelhead, Mr. Blanche. Sorry.
My word is my bond, Ben. But since you insist,
Look, Mr. Blanche, Gilly Fender'd skin me alive if I give you any more credit.
Tom, my boy, I appeal to you, both of us being minions of the law.
One for the road, Philo?
The long, long road.
Why don't you drink this and then go home?
You think I'm drunk, don't you, Tom?
A little suspicious.
Why, my boy, I've spilled more whiskey than most men ever drink.
It's your life, Philo.
Oblivion, Tom. Sweet oblivion. One more, my friend.
No more.
Ah, the landlord. The Boniface whose face is not so bonny. How did a penny-pinching scut like you ever decide to go into a congenial business like this?
You get your whiskey-soaked hook out of here and stay out.
No man takes a stick to me.
If it wasn't for my feeling for your daughter,
You stay away from Ellen. And if you so much as mention her name again, I'll kill you. Do you hear me, Fender? I'll kill you.
Come on, Philo. We'll take you home.
I don't need any help. Thank you, Tom.
Why do you ride the poor devil so hard, Fender?
it's the only way to handle scum like that.
Sober, that scum you're referring to happens to be the best lawyer in Denver.
The best lawyer in Denver. Tomorrow morning, he won't even remember what happened tonight.
Maybe that's just as well for you. We'll do it.
that you, Dad?
Well, like you said last night, Smitty, maybe Fenner did push Fido a little too far.
Look at the corner over here, George. Jim, you stick here. Don't let anyone move anything. We'll go over this place later with a fine-tooth comb.
Dad, now, you try to get some of this down.
What I need is some of the hair of the hound that bit me.
From the look of you, I'd say you swallowed the whole kennel. Oh, Dad, you were going along so well for a while. What makes you do it?
I don't know, Ellen. I honestly don't.
Dad, it just has to stop. I can't stand much more.
I swear I'll try again, Ellen. But spare me any preaching.
Yes, that's what you say every time.
I know. It's just that after your mother died, I thought if we left New York, came to a country that was fresh and new, maybe things would change.
It can, Dad. It can. I know it can. Why, there's no end to what you could do if you set your mind to it.
Except to pass a saloon, maybe?
I'll get you something to go with your coffee.
Morning, Philo.
Well, I've seen better. Oh, I left my hat somewhere, eh?
Afraid you did.
How about a cup of coffee?
Where'd you go after you left us last night, Philo?
Was it with you?
That bad, huh?
Got off to an early start yesterday. All I remember is going to the pawnbroker's with a set of law books.
You don't recall quarreling with Fender?
No. Oh, but can't we talk about it somewhere else, eh?
You mind if I take a look around first?
No, go ahead. Will you tell me what this is all about, Tom?
You owed Fender a lot of money.
That's no secret.
Last night you said you'd kill him.
I did? What does he want, a public apology?
He's dead. Murdered. How did you come by Fender's account book?
I just don't know, Tom. How did it happen?
He was beaten to death in his home.
And you found my hat there?
That's right.
How could I do a thing like that and just forget it?
What's the matter, Dad?
Gilly Fender was killed last night. It looks like I did it.
You? Well, you couldn't... Tom, you know Dad isn't capable of such a thing.
The condition I was in last night, I might have done anything.
Sorry, Ellen. Maybe we better go, Philo.
I'll bring you things as soon as I can, Dad.
No, Ellen. Just stay away from me, please. For your own sake.
Why don't you bring me the money?
Changed my mind. I figured it'd be safer here. Besides, the job turned out to be a little bigger than we figured on.
Meaning what?
Meaning now, half ain't enough.
You weren't supposed to kill Fender.
I had to. He seen me, Ben boy.
If you got us in a lot of trouble.
Take it easy. Don't get so edgy. Everything came off slicker than a peeled onion. Why, I saw Smith hauling Philo Blanche down to the jail not more than a half an hour ago.
That doesn't mean they're gonna keep him there. Now, you listen to me and listen good. You made this a hanging affair, not me. If you know what's good for you, you'll lay low till they hang Blanche and bury him. In the meantime, why don't you let me hold on to that money until this blows over?
You'd like that, wouldn't you? No, I think I'll keep it here. Tell you what I will do, though, to show you my heart's in the right place. I'll give you a quarter of it. Because I did all the work. You had the idea, of course. But, I wouldn't want you to think that I was dishonest.
Suppose I won't settle for just a quarter.
You got no choice, Ben boy.
Much of an effort to remember.
Oh, now look here, Tom. You've got a case you can take into court. Why don't you let it rest at that?
I'm not trying to break any records for convictions. I'm just trying to get at the truth. It's hard for me to believe that one man can beat another to death and then not remember it.
Well, maybe that's because you've never been that drunk.
No, I haven't, Philo. But you're a smart man even when you are drunk. And I keep asking myself why you'd bother to steal that loan book and then not hide it. Doesn't make sense.
Well, that won't bother the prosecutor. You know, I had a chicken-killing dog once. As good a dog as you'd want. But he just couldn't resist killing chickens. That fool dog. He used to bring them home and lay them at my feet. He didn't make much sense either. I appreciate your kindness, Tom. But let the law take its course.
This is a hanging matter. I want to make sure the right man's on the end of that rope.
You want to know something? They'd be doing me a favor. I've walked a thin line between now and whatever comes after this for a long time. I'm not much good to myself or to anyone else. Let the law do what I never had the stomach for.
Now you listen to me. If you're guilty, you're going to get what's coming to you. But if you're innocent, I'm not going to let you commit suicide just because you hate yourself for what you've done to Ellen. I want the right man.
Tom, would I be talking this way if I didn't think you had him?
It was the reverse of the usual case. A prisoner certain of his own guilt, and a police officer who was far from certain.
Get anything out of Philo?
Nope. Complete blank, George.
Well, look, Smitty, it's not your fault if he went and dealt himself a losing hand.
Everyone in Denver knows how he blacks out when he drinks. It'd be an easy enough matter to get this hat away from him.
And plant it next to Fender's body?
Why not?
But that little loan book didn't just up and crawl in Philo's pocket. Besides, nobody hates the old boy that much.
An awful lot of people love money that much. Did you ever get the combination to that safe?
Yeah.
We opened the safe and found nothing but worthless papers. It was then the housekeeper told us Gilly Fender had kept his cash in a desk drawer, but it wasn't there. $8,000 had disappeared. Hello, Philo.
Hello, Tom.
I just saw Ellen.
Huh?
You know, you're a lucky man to have someone who loves you that much.
Oh, now look here, Tom. I know what you're trying to do, but I'm guilty of murder.
No, you're not. You're innocent. You didn't kill Fender. Because if you're dead, there's a mighty big chunk of evidence missing. Fender's money. Now, you come up with that, and maybe I'll believe you're guilty.
Money? Maybe I spend it.
Be pretty hard to spend $8,000 between midnight and daylight without someone noticing.
Well, then I must have hidden it somewhere.
Ellen and I searched your house from top to bottom. Anyway, why would you have hidden the money and not that loan book?
I just don't know, Tom.
I think I do. Don't you notice around those gambling tables, George? I want to pump that bartender. Philo spent a lot of time with him.
That's for darn sure.
Hello, Ben.
Hey, Mr. Smith. Would you like a drink?
No, thanks. I'm still on duty. I just want to ask you a couple questions.
All right.
Those gambling games back there, they take in quite a bit of money, don't they?
Yeah, I suppose so. Of course, that's not my end of it.
Well, Fender handled the take from that cage there, didn't he?
Yeah.
And you could hardly help noticing the money as it came in.
Well, no, but I never paid much attention to it.
What did Fender do with the money at night?
Took it with him, I guess.
You guess. Well, don't you know? Did he take it with him last night, for instance?
Well, yeah, yes, he did. He took it home in one of those metal boxes, just like he always did.
Who else knows about that box?
Well, the dealers back there, they know about it.
Any of them leave here right after he did?
I didn't notice. I never left the place at all myself. I got mixed up in an all-night poker game.
You often do that?
No, not too often, but I just felt like playing cards last night.
Lucky thing you happened to pick last night, huh, Ben?
What do you mean?
And puts you in the clear on the killing.
What's up?
I think we're on to something. That bartender covered his trail like a squid last night. Made sure he let me know about it.
Well, it couldn't have been him then.
Could have had a partner.
Oh, boy, if he did, he's going to be hard to trace. Those bartenders got more friends than you can shake a stick at.
Yeah. This one would have something that would make him different. Big hunk of cash.
So?
George, easy money has a habit of burning a hole in your pocket if you're not used to it.
Oh, I can vouch for that.
So what do you say we start checking some places where easy money generally shows up? We'd made the rounds and came up with nothing. Until we hit a little Mexican canteen on the south side of town. There, the bartender remembered a man who'd been spending money like water.
Oh, quien sabe? A big hombre with a beard.
The fellow he left here with, can you describe him?
He's here for un momento no más. I no look too close.
Surely he must remember something.
Oh, he's a man, another Grjngo. A mí no me importa.
You interrupted my drinking, Ben, boy. Just when I was beginning to make time with that senorita. You better have a pretty good reason.
Has got a good reason. That Detective Smith was around asking a lot of questions. I think he's suspicious of me.
I ain't that tough. Big smart fellow like you provides himself with a big alibi and all. Me, I just went about my business and nobody paid any attention to me at all.
If you don't seem to understand, we're in this thing together. If they pin it on one of us, they'll get us both. And those detectives are out right now looking for somebody.
You're afraid of your own shadow. They got the goods on old Blanche, ain't they? Now, I'm going back to that canteen.
You gotta stay hid out. If they find you drunk and spending money like water, they'll pin it on you sure as shooting and we'll both hang.
Now you make me sick. I'm sorry I got mixed up with a blubbering old woman like you.
Eve, you got to stay here!
Up a tip from the girl in the cantina. It seems she'd formed a special friendship with the man in question, and we headed for his shack just outside of town.
Somewhere before. Mighty good he's going to do us now.
Not so sure about that. He might still be a good witness for the prosecution.
Hello, Ben. I need a shot of rye, and I need it quick.
Well, how'd you talk your way out of jail?
I didn't have to. Eve Tabor did it for me.
Eve? What'd he say?
Not too much. He had a knife in his belly and was fighting for his breath, but he said enough to clear me.
Well, then he's dead.
No. It was a miracle. They've got him over at Doc's office now. That knife would have killed any other man. But you know Eve. Strong as a bull.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Eve. Listen, you help yourself. I'll be right back.
Twice, did you, Ben?
What were you waiting for? Thought you'd never stop.
You sent Philo to trick me. Eve's been dead all the time.
Let's go.
Philo used to swear off once a month. Now he was tackling it a day at a time. Every day he made it saved him enough to bail out another law book. And it was beginning to look like the whole set might soon be back on his shelf.